gonna go ahead and start tonight's stream. We're starting a little earlier than we normally would because we have quite a bit to accomplish today if we're gonna beat Koga by the end of the night. Check my volume, make sure everything's okay. Feels like my mic is a little low. No, oh, I know what it is. There we go. Okay. Alright, all set. So we'll go ahead and get started. When I record videos, there's a preset option on my mic to set it at sort of lower volume. But for streaming purposes, for whatever reason, it works best if I put it on high volume. So last night we caught Snorlax, and then we started heading south from Lavender Town because we're going to approach Fuchsia from the east, and then we'll go back afterwards and wipe out the trainers on the bike path to the west as well, just to soak up all the experience we can. Because at this point, Hitmonchan is our weakest Pokemon because he doesn't have any decent moves. But we're going to get him up there. This is an electric type trainer. At this point we have Charizard and Nidoking who could easily knock these guys out. Or, since they're, if they just threw out a bunch of Voltorbs, and they're going to use self-destruct anyway, with that being a normal type attack, we can just throw out Haunter and it won't even affect him. For now we'll just stick to Nidoking, because if they use any electric type attacks, it's not going to affect him either. Depends on which ability the enemy uses. We're going to keep throwing out Hitmonchan here. Nice Electrode will be worth a bit more experience too. Not sure what's up with the light screens that they both used, given that no ground attacks or special attacks, which would be the only thing that's super effective against them. Jackie got some experience there, or Hitmonchan. This is where you get one of the fishing rods. Not really so important that we picked that up. In fact, we probably could have done without it, because now it's just going to be another item I'm going to have to throw in the bank, but whatever, that's where it is. It's one of the key items. There's some trainers if you wanted to catch, in yellow anyway, I believe if you wanted to catch Farfetch'd, it's in a patch of grass that's just to the south of here. Because I don't think there's a trade like there is in red and blue and yellow. That was confusing. I don't think there is a trade in yellow that is similar to the one that is in red and blue. That makes more sense. I think we can just punch this Magikarp to death. I don't know why Comet Punch's accuracy is so low, given that it doesn't even do that much damage. And it's a Magikarp, for God's sake. This game never wants to give you enough hits to be able to solo kill anything. I mean, that's not like a rule in the game, but it just never seems to work out that way. Surprised they didn't just give this guy a Gyarados. You gonna get the fourth one? Alright, nice. Finally. There's this Magikarp for worth so much experience. As soon as you enter battle, it resets all of the trees that you have to cut. We have found 3 Moonstones. There's a 4th one in the game in the Pokemon Mansion. When I was growing up, I always thought that you had to trade to get all the 4 Pokemon that require Moonstones, but no, you actually can in one game. Let's see. I don't know, we can Well, let's see how much damage this does. Not much. Okay, well, we'll only have to use it one more time to defeat it. That works out. Twitch is saying I'm offline. I don't know if it's because my bit rate fluctuates a little bit, but it's kind of strange that Twitch is always saying that I'm going offline when I'm actually not. That accuracy. Nice. Oh, we got a critical hit, so all the subsequent ones are criticals, but it only hit twice. One more. Nice, okay. Nice. He'll get, Hitmonchan will get his first useful attack next level. I don't know, Twitch is still saying that I'm offline. It's been like over 2 or 3 minutes now that it's been saying that. That's fine, Brandon. Yeah, but in yellow, if you wanted a Farfetch'd, I'm pretty sure you catch it in that grass right there. There is no trade. Or maybe it's this grass here. Either way, one of these patches of grass around here is where you would catch a Farfetch'd in yellow. We can try killing a few more Pokemon just with Hitmonchan, but he's running out of PP and... Nope, okay, I'm gonna switch him out. Even if he passes the confusion check, Comet Punch has low accuracy, so it's not a good matchup. Still gonna throw out Hitmonchan. We want him to soak up everything. I think his first attack is Thunder Punch, which would actually make him a pretty good counter to this team we're fighting now, but for the time being he's relatively worthless. Okay, I'll take it. As long as he's not confused, I don't guess there's too much to risk with just leaving him out to attack. Need another 3-hit. Actually, we probably need a 4-hit to kill this horsey in one attack. Oh, great. Hey Robbie, I started doing the summer quests today. You can get some fantasy points, some chest rolls. You have to, like, if you buy skins, then you get these sand dollar tokens, and then you have to you can use the sand dollar token things to buy like frames and stamps and wards and stuff, but you have to do quests in addition to spending a sand dollar for those other things. But it's nice though, because the quests, like I said, it will give you, sometimes it's just like favor, but then also there's Enigma chests, 30 fantasy points, that sort of thing. Also, every week you'll get 4 slots for if you win a game, you get a chest roll, and once you reach 20 wins, you get a big chest that can have a special Cupid skin, but you can use favor or gems to be able to do more than 4 wins, counting towards that big chest reward per week, but you have to use currency in order to unlock that. Anyway, slightly off topic, as just a big Smite update today. Haunter right now is our best counter for Pidgeotto. Wow. I have like a little over 400 gems, but I'm planning on saving that for the fall ticket, so I'm probably not going to get any of them. Because their Koza and Bow one is pretty cool, and I'm curious to see what Shibalonke's looks like. But alright, hopefully Hitmonchan will level up like mid-fight here, because I think we're going to run into a lot of bird types, and if he learns Thunder Punch, then he'll be a good counter to them. Right now, the only attack that Hitmonchan has is Comet Punch, and it's out of PP. He has some other buff ability, but it's not really useful right now. Who else is behind? Beedrill was falling behind, but then we had a pretty good roll with Sabrina. The first time I attempted it, she completely wiped me out, but the second time, I don't know, it like took pity on me or something, because she kept using like buffs and missing instead of actually just one-shotting all of my guys. These Pokemon are still relatively low level compared to mine. I've been careful not to over-level any of my Pokemon because I wanted to keep this challenging, but there are just some points in the game where you're going to find yourself over-leveled. Kept Pikachu in our party for a little over the first 2 badges in this game. I just happened to catch one and I never dumped it out of my party, and then when I got Flash I needed to use it in Rock Tunnel. Okay, gonna put Hitmonchan out. Hoping he levels as a result of this Meowth. We'll see. Nice, we get some extra money. Even if it's the opponent's Meowth that uses Payday, you still end up getting the money at the end of the battle if you win. Because Payday generates money. Alright, so there we go. Fire Punch, okay, I thought it was Thunder Punch, that's okay. 38 will be the next, then 43. There you go, there's our extra 48 Poke for that Meowth using Payday. Alright, there's a lot of trainers through here. So we'll just leave Hitmonchan up front. It would be nice if Hitmonchan actually knew a fighting type attack, but... Oh, that's right. Fire type attacks, regardless of what the attack is, are going to be considered special in this game, and Clefairy's got a really high special stat, so that's why that really didn't do anything at all. Nowadays, Fire Punch would be considered a physical attack, even though it is fire, because that makes way more sense. Of course, nowadays, physical attacks are split up even more, because they're split up by whether the attack makes contact or not, which makes a difference for some like reaction abilities and things like that. Like Earthquake, for instance, I'm not sure that that actually creates contact because your Pokemon wouldn't be physically touching the other one. Whereas if it was an ability that involved you punching the other Pokemon, there would be contact. Always. Whenever the bot uses any sort of sleep, you're always going to get like the 6-turn cycle. It's ridiculous. Alright, well, so we'll just finish these off, and then we're going to have to go heal up so that Hitmonchan can get some more experience by being alive. So I could use a revive. It's just been kind of sitting in my inventory anyway. Alright, Fire Punch should be able to hit him for like decent damage. As long as it's not like a high special Pokemon, I think Hitmonchan will do fine on his own. Now that he has Fire Punch. Not great. Pikachu's special is higher than its attack, I believe, in an effort to boost the power of its electric type attacks. Fortunately, that growl didn't have any effect on Hitmonchan since these are special attacks. Kinda using a lot of PP just to take out this one enemy though. Glad that missed. Hyper Fang can do a lot of damage even if there is a level deficit between the Pokemon using it and the one being attacked. Should be able to take out a few of Koga's Pokemon with Hitmonchan too, with him having Venomoth and... well, his specialty is poison, but a lot of the poison type Pokemon are grass. So that's why it should be a pretty easy matchup for him, so we'll be able to get a bit of experience in the gym. I was hoping I'd be able to one-turn him, but I really don't want him to put me to sleep. Yeah, this will be fine. Mega Drain's power is weak, so you can't expect much damage from it, but getting healed slightly is kind of the perk of that ability. So we're just going to try to finish off Pokemon using Mega Drain. Saves time and money from having to like buy potions. That's fine. I think there's an item down there at the bottom. I didn't think about that. Would be nice to have Thunder Punch though. Super effective. No? Okay, Gust is just normal type then. For some reason I thought that was flying. I think it is now. I guess it's not here. I'm favoring Beedrill here just because he needs to be over-leveled. Even though, I mean, he's behind right now, but in the end game I'm gonna need Beedrill to be over-leveled because all the Pokemon that he's a counter to, aka Alakazam, are faster than he is, so... just leave out Haunter. Quite a few trainers on this road. Of course, there's another sort of route after this one that's also full of trainers. There we go, knew something was there. Alright, is there something up here? No, okay, it's just access to that patch of grass. I don't remember what spawns there, but it's not really important for us. This guy's a bird trainer. Yeah, there's gonna be quite a few bird keepers up in here, in this area. Which means Nidoking and Haunter are gonna be our best choices, since Nidoking knows Rock Slide, and Haunter knows Thunderbolt. Alright. It's gonna seem a little... Sorry, I know this is picking up a lot. I'm scratching my beard. There's supposed to be an off button that's built into my mic, but as I've come to find out, it doesn't work. So, apologies. Kinda have to keep out Haunter here. Kind of blowing through the PP on Thunderbolt there. And another trainer back there. We still have quite a few to go. And this entire pathway is going to be half of the trainers leading to Fuchsia, so. Hence the description including that there are lots of trainers. Technically you don't have to approach Fuchsia from both sides. We're just doing it to get the experience for it, particularly with Hitmonchan being kind of behind. Oxide has got the weirdest animation. I haven't actually seen a Doduo in this run yet. I'm pulling up a document so that we have all of our relevant information readily available. Unfortunately, we'll be getting the better of the TMs before too long. Namely, Surf. I guess you don't get Fly until Cinnabar Island? Is that right? It sounds too late. I think it's right there because you get Surf in the Safari Zone. I'm blanking. That's okay. There's one TM we'll have to go back and get because I goofed up earlier in the run. There's a way you can move the trainer that's blocking the item, or the TM that I now want to use. I really could just ride my bike up there, but flying's gonna be quicker. And it's not really that important of a move anyway, it's just Seismic Toss, which we're gonna teach the Charizard. Seismic Toss is fighting type, but it doesn't matter because it's an ability that just does damage equal to your level, so the type of that attack doesn't actually affect how much damage it does, and therefore is not super effective or not very effective. It just is. It's like using Nightshade. Even though it's Ghost, you can use it on a normal type Pokemon because it always deals the same amount of damage. Not sure what the thought process was on that whole mechanism. Ghost still affecting normal and typing not counting. Seems like you could still have critical hits with those kind of abilities. It would just deal 1.5 times your health, or your level rather than your health. I guess that could be problematic. By the time you're in your 60s, you'd be hitting for like 90 damage. But I guess that's kind of the point, right? I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Alright, we skipped this guy a little bit. This guy's a biker, I think. He's like the only one we're gonna find on this side of town, but on the other side of Fuchsia, these guys are all over the place. We have to go back up to Celadon before we approach Fuchsia from this side, though, because it's uphill. You can cycle uphill, but it takes a lot longer. Guess we can try to catch the second Snorlax. It was actually relatively easy last night when we caught the first one. That was sort of what I ended the stream with, was catching the Snorlax. Nice. I don't know. Clefable, Charizard, and Nidoking all have super effective attacks against poison types, which is why they're a slightly higher level than everyone else, since we just recently got out of Silph and the Team Rocket base, both of which are loaded with poison type Pokemon, so actually just waste time for me to switch out. It's not like I need to be too careful about experience with these three. If Hitmonchan was the same level as Charizard, he would have another one of his useful attacks. Ah, it's a trainer over there. Alright, we'll go battle that guy, and then we can continue sort of onto the next route that's attached to this one. So many trainers here. So many bird keepers. And then the next little route that leads south, I think we start to get into more grass types. Which means we can start using Hitmonchan. All those PP is pretty low. Everyone's getting kind of low. I think we can make it there without having to go and heal or anything though. Oh, I've also got Ice Beam. That would be super effective against these birds. Pidgeotto is a nice boost to experience. Nice. It's the same story with Haunter earlier with this Thunderbolt, but since that's out of PP, you kinda just gonna use Nidoking to solo all of this down real quick. Hitmonchan will have a much easier time soaking up experience, not too far from here. PP up is nice since a lot of our most powerful attacks only have 10 PP, so it'd be nice to get the few extra. Alright, I want to say, yeah, this bozo right here is the last trainer through here. Then we start to get into the grass type ones. Starting to get up there in level. Level 29 is nice. Of course, I'm thinking in terms of how much experience they're worth. These guys shouldn't be too much. There's very little risk for getting wiped out or anything by these trainers. Let Hitmonchan take a little experience from this too. Just because they're relatively high evolved Pokemon. Evolved Pokemon are always worth more than unevolved ones, and trainers Pokemon are always worth more experience than wild ones. There we go. Got a level out of him. He's kind of playing catch up, so this is nice. Already gotten him up like 2 or 3 levels tonight. What? Another bird keeper. This guy's back to using bad Pokemon. So we're not going to switch out to let Hitmonchan soak up experience unless it's an evolved type. It's just not worth the time. I thought one of these trainers on this route had a Dotrio. Maybe I was wrong. Put Hitmonchan out for this. It's the second time that's happened. The mirror move failing since we switched out when he used it. Alright, that makes Nidoking officially our highest level Pokemon now. Alright, we got a few bikers here, and then the road's gonna head west again. We're gonna have even more trainers. Fortunately, while it isn't required that you keep cut on a Pokemon throughout the entire game, I teach it to Beedrill, who's one of my endgame Pokemon, just so you don't have to worry about having to run back to the box or whatever to pull out your cut Pokemon to be able to go through shortcuts or access items, access trainers, etc. Always a good opportunity. Let Hitmonchan soak some experience up from this mock. It's nice that Charmeleon can learn Dig. They can keep it on Charizard. Although I think Charizard can learn it too if you just teach it to him. But it's nice that a flying type Pokemon can use Dig. I don't really think that that's very common anymore. The Pokemon that can learn both flying and ground type attacks. Only one Pokemon typically suggests that it's kind of rare or it's evolved. Single evolution Pokemon are worth more than most unevolved Pokemon, but not worth as much as most, like, final stage evolution Pokemon. But Farfetch should be worth more than Pidgey, for instance. It might even be worth more than Pidgeotto. It definitely wouldn't be worth more than Pidgeot, though. I think that's one of, like, that might be the only time you actually see Farfetch'd on a trainer. And then you can trade a Spearow for one back in Vermilion City, where Lieutenant Surge is. A lot of trainers. Got a slight respite in between. Once we reach Fuchsia City, I'd consider us to be halfway done with trainers. So we'll get a respite, get the heal up, and then we can go take out the other ones, then continue with the Safari Zone. And we'll kind of see how time's looking by the time we beat Koga, because we still have a ways to go. Charizard hitting 39, we'll start using Clefable to mop up the poison types. Nice, that's cool. In lost levels. Or Mickey. Nice. I watched for a little while after you put him up yesterday. Oh, okay, I got you. I watched him for a little bit. He was having a good run, and then he lost his Fire Flower in the water. And then had to reset on like World 6. I don't think there's anything up here. Okay. I know most games don't really, like, they don't care about these for most games, but do they honor ILs at all for lost levels, or does no one really care about that? Individual level, like world records and stuff like that. Some games, like in some games, speedrun sites, they'll track that sort of thing, but typically it's much more important to consider how long it took to do an entire run as opposed to just a single level. I got you. Yeah. Right. Well, splits are kind of the same, but I think splits are more used to tell like relative, like how well your run is doing, as opposed to like reporting how quick a particular level went. Alright, all three of these guys are 39 now. We're getting pretty close to finishing up this side of Fuchsia City. Okay, I see. The reason that Route 16 is important, which is the one that you use to approach Fuchsia from the west, is because that's where you get Fly. Probably would have been better just to do that first, but that's okay. There you go, Jackie just hit 35, that's nice. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more trainers. It's TM20. I don't think it's anything we're going to be using, but we can take a look at what it is. Nah, we're definitely not going to use that. Rage is kind of like Outrage in that it just continues to be automatically used over time. It does progressively more damage with each passing turn. I don't remember if in Generation 1 it causes you to be confused once it's over, but in the newer games it does. Actually, in the new games, I don't think it automatically uses Rage. Like, it doesn't last several turns. You have to use it repeatedly to gain that sort of effect. Could be anything. Okay, Acid. With Beedrill being Poison type, I'm not sure. He might be immune to Poison. I think there's been some fluctuation with how that works. Metronome can be anything. It just picks a random move, and that's what it takes the form of. Okay. Got a lot of trainers. I only counted this as one because I couldn't see the second one. Haunter's weak, Nidoking's weak. We're not going to be able to just stick with super effective moves right now. Alright, we're going to let Jackie get some experience out of this. Tankier Pokemon are worth more experience. So Chansey, Wigglytuff, Clefable, and the newer games, Aldino. Pokemon like Licky Tongue, that sort of thing, those are worth more experience. But I'm not going to use Clefable to fight it because its special stat is really high, so if I try to use Bubble Beam or Psychic, it's not going to hit for very much. Nice, we get the double critical. Nice, and poisoned it. I want to say you have to have surf before you can get fly. I really can't remember. With me being flying here, this could stand to take a decent amount of damage, but that's okay, I didn't use Thunderbolt anyway. Get this experience too. Somewhat risky, the Raichu could hit hard, but the past experience speaks to this. It's going to probably either use quick attack or agility or something like that anyway. Oh, okay, great. Thundershock's really low power though, so. Thunder is actually the most powerful of the electric type attacks, but it has pretty low accuracy. That's why Thunderbolt is more consistent. 2 Thunderbolts are worth more than 1 Thunder, and since you have a pretty good chance of missing, you're not that likely to hit 2 Thunders in a row, whereas you'll have a pretty good chance of getting 2 Thunderbolts in a row. For some reason I thought there were some more trainers that had grass-type Pokemon on this route, but I guess I was wrong. Running out of PP on everyone at this point. Trading out Hitmonchan to get experience off these guys since they're not worth much in the first place. This might poison. Smog's got a pretty decent chance of inflicting poison. Alright, Weezing is worth it though. Sludge also has got a pretty good chance of poisoning. Pretty close to beating this trainer. Now we just got like 3 left, I think. At this point, we have enough badges to be covered through level 70, so you don't have to worry about completely over-leveling Pokemon anymore. You guys have so many Pokemon. 3 seems like a lot compared to some of the others. There have been a lot along this route that have had 5 Pokemon. I guess I could put out Nidoking against these guys. They aren't likely to be able to kill him, so... Let's see. This wheezing could do a little bit of damage to Nidoking, but I think if it does a poison type attack, it'll be immune. Otherwise, it probably only knows like tackle anyway. So no immunity. I guess there's no ground immunity to poison yet. It's alright. Just have to deal with the low health notification noise for a second longer. There we go. Two more trainers. I think these are the last ones right here. One shot. Unlikely to happen. It kind of sucks because Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, and Ice Punch, oh, that's great, are all going to be considered special attacks, which is a stat that Hitmonchan is low with. He has higher attack than special, but he's only going to know one fighting type attack, so only one only one of his abilities is going to be able to sort of take advantage of that higher attack stat. This is going to be normal effective, because poison's super effective on bugs. No? Okay. Or not. Here are the grass Pokemon, I guess, that I was thinking of. Right at these last, like, two trainers. Actually, Oddish isn't worth switching out for. Oh my god. Just can't get there. There are more trainers. Are you kidding me? I knew there were a lot, but this is getting ridiculous. There we go. There's the Doe Trio I was thinking of earlier. Fable it is, I guess. Stick with Bubble Beam. Hope this doesn't hit too many times. To use a restorative before we finish off this route. Yeah, Nidoking should be able to outspeed the rest of these guys, so fortunately he is also low health, so we're gonna have to deal with that noise for a little while longer. That should clear that trainer. I think we can make it without using anything else. I want to say this is the last one. I'm certainly hoping it is. Not a great counter here, but I mean Haunter would normally be a good counter, but without any EP and Thunderbolt, we'll just have to stick with Nightshade. That worked out fine. This will be alright. It's nice having a team full of Pokemon that can actually hold their own. In the first few days of the run, it was relying on 1 or 2 Pokemon. Alright. Come on. Okay, this is definitely the last trainer because the entrance is right over just off screen to the left. Please only have 1. Okay, 3. This is okay because Beedrill should be able to take all of these on. Of course, even Beedrill's almost out of PP with Twin Needle. Tangle is not worth very much experience. Much tankier than other grass types. Okay, so apparently being poison type... Wait, is Tangle only grass, or is it grass and poison? There's grass and poison. Doesn't matter. Anyway, there we go. So now we can enter Fuchsia City. It took an hour to clear out all of those trainers on the eastern side of the city. Like, I've been streaming exactly for 1 hour now. Alright, I want to say the guy who gives you experience share is up here, but we aren't going to have enough Pokemon in our Pokedex for that. Yeah, 50 type. Oh, XP all. I thought it was just an XP share. I guess if you hold it in your inventory, everyone will get experience. Okay, it's actually... The system I'm doing right now works slightly better anyway, because not everyone is the same level. If everyone was sitting on like the same amount of experience, it would be fine, but that's not the case. Alright, there's the entrance to the Safari Zone. Pokemon Center is actually down here over by the gym. I'm gonna save Koga for the end of the night. Unless I think he gives us Toxic, which we're gonna teach to teach to Beedrill. It just has a 100% chance of poisoning with 90 accuracy. I mean, it's good. We're pretty much never going to use it. But there aren't any other good moves that Beedrill can learn, so it's pretty much that or nothing. Alright, I don't think I have to, but there's a building somewhere around here. There's someone kinda useful in it. I think you just give them the golden teeth once you've already done the Safari Zone, but... This is Fuchsia City, by the way. Okay, so they're just pointing out the fact that the warden is missing his teeth. His wooden teeth, or golden teeth, or whatever they're called in this game. Which is what we're gonna find in the Safari Zone, and that's how we get surf. We'll go ahead and hop into the Safari Zone here. I'll try to catch anything that's cool, but don't hold me to that because I don't really want to spend too much time catching Pokemon that we're not going to use. I don't have a map of the Safari Zone on me, but I think I know how to get to where we're going right now. I like how it plays the evolution music when you're in the Safari Zone. Now, Safari Zone time is based on the number of steps you take. We encountered a few Parises back in Mountain Moon, but we didn't want them then, and we certainly don't want them now. There's an item over in that little alcove on the right. The Parasect. Yeah, we don't need any particular items out of the Safari Zone other than Surf. But there's a TM. TM 37. What's in here? Oh, okay, we don't need to go there. It's been probably at least 8 months, might be more than that, since I've done the Safari Zone, so we might have to do 2 trips through here. You can catch Chansey in that last room, if I'm not mistaken, and you can catch Kangaskhan in this one. If you have Surf, you can use it here, but in order to get Surf, you need to get the Golden Teeth first. Or Wooden Teeth. I don't know why I can't remember what they're called in this game. Alright, well, we don't have Surf yet, so can't do that. I think we're still doing fine on steps. I don't think there's a way to check. Listen. Okay, here we go. 282 out of 500, and that is counting down. So we still have over half of our steps. Maybe it's down here? I know you go down somewhere. I'm pretty sure this is it. Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh, sorry that that's being hidden, but I do appreciate it. Prioritize that over top of the stream. Thank you very much, by the way. I appreciate it. Alright, we're gonna go up over here. Alright, we're almost there. If you want a Tangela, you catch him in this area. getting a lot of encounters. Encounters don't count against your step total. They just take a little time off. Make sure that, let me just put this in the bottom. That'll work. Okay. Yeah, sorry that your name was kind of cut off there, but thank you very much for the follow. Isn't this where you get the item? I thought it was. Maybe I was mistaken. And oh, are you kidding me? This isn't the right building? Okay, that's fine. Oh yeah. This isn't the right place. I think we have to go over to the right. Okay, well we still have over 100 steps. I think it's over here. And then we go down. You catch Dratini in that water there, by the way. I might have messed this up. Yep. I think I messed up my navigation here. I'll throw a ball at the Rhyhorn. It's probably just going to run off, but... I'm going to do a test notification real quick to make sure that the change that I made actually worked. Because I ended up dumping my retro cap card, or my capture card from my source, because every time I go to stream each day there's always an issue with the capture card, and I end up having to fidget with it until it works. I don't really... Okay, we ran out of time. I think I know where we have to go next time, though. Alright. So we have to spend a little bit of money, again, to go back in. That's fine. Alright, let me... That was Gorilla's Rockstar that followed. So again, thank you very much. Let me send a test real quick. I don't know. Did they change the way that Streamlabs looks? Seems like they did. Does not look like. Here we go. Okay. Alerts. Alert box, that's what it's called. Alright, let me do a test follow real quick. There we go. Okay, now it's prioritized. So that's what it should have looked like. Alright, should use some proper navigation. Ooh, a Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan's neat. I don't know how useful it is. The way it works, the way that the Safari Zone works, by the way, if you offer them a treat or whatever the option is in this game, I know in this game it's a rock that you can throw at the Pokemon, and some of the other ones it's mud. I imagine some activist groups probably had an issue with you throwing rocks at the Pokemon. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard to argue activism over Pokemon because they're not real, but you know, to each their own. Anyway, so when you feed them, they become easier to catch but more likely to break out, and when you throw a rock when you throw a rock they become easier to catch, and when you feed them they become harder to catch but more likely to run. But every time you throw a rock, you increase the chance that it's going to run away. If that makes sense. They work opposite. So rock would be more likely to run away, easier to catch. Feed would be less likely to run away, harder to catch. Alright, this is the same way I went last time, so let's not make that mistake again. Ugh, I don't want these. I don't like the sprite for Nidorina in red and blue. Looks like a pig with fur on its tail. Oh, come on. Like I said earlier, the getting encounters doesn't affect your step counter while you're in the Safari Zone. It just adds extra time for stuff that doesn't matter. Oh, great. I'm gonna go ahead and use this PP up I have in my party on Clefable for Psychic. That should clear up space. TM40. Again, not one that's gonna be used, but nice to get some TMs. Alright. What was your favorite Pokemon that you looked for in the Safari Zone when you were growing up? General question for anyone watching. For me, it was always Scyther, because he's by far one of the coolest Pokemon in the game, despite not having a very good learn set at all. Just a sec, we're gonna have to dump another item, so Calcium is special. We're gonna give that to Clefable. It seems like we're kind of favoring Clefable right now, but she is really powerful. Iron is defense. I'm going to use that. Oh, I'm gonna need some time to think about that, because I have to consider which types count as physical attacks, and then I want to use that on a Pokemon that is more likely to be attacked by abilities that are of a physical stat. Because in Generation 1, whether something is a physical or special attack depends on the type of the attack, not the attack itself. I know the wording there is confusing, but for instance, Fire Punch, where you would think of it now as being physical, actually was special just because it was fire type. Iron is defense. Protein is attack. It's gonna be Beedrill. We want his Twin Needle to hit hard. There's the gold teeth. That's what's going to allow us to get Surf. Technically, that means we're pretty much done with the Safari Zone for now. Oh, man. I guess we can do some quick reasoning with this Iron. Okay. Iron boost defense. Definitely not Haunter, because Psychic is going to be his biggest downfall. Same with Beedrill. And Fire, also special. Clefable would be Fighting. Fighting is normal. It sounds like it also goes on Clefable. TM32. I have to check what all these TMs are. I know we're not using them, but I just want to see what they are. Skull Bash. It's pretty good if I think you use it on Blastoise. Double Team, strategic, but not good for us. Ugh, come on. I should have dumped some items off before we came in here. Actually, don't need the card key at all anymore. Yeah, I can't get rid of it though. We'll just get rid of this antidote. We have full heals that'll take care of that anyway. Alright, HM3. Oh, okay. There's Surf, I was mistaken. I can't remember what the golden teeth gives you. It gives you a... You get an item from the Warden in exchange for giving them to him, but I can't remember what it is. Okay, Surf is incredibly valuable. And we are teaching it to, I think, Nidoking, actually. Yep, Nidoking is the surfer of our group, as somewhat illogical as it is. No one else in our team could learn it, so They're getting rid of Poison Sting, obviously. Alright, Nidoking is all set. That is his final moveset, so he's set to go. We're still working on Hitmonchan in particular. He's still pretty weak. So now if we wanted to, we could try to go get that item back over where we saw earlier. Okay, can't use it yet, never mind. I think we have to defeat Koga before it can actually be used, which makes sense because they don't want you to go to Cinnabar before you defeat Koga. So now we just have to waste steps, let the timer run out. We can go look for some decent Pokemon. I don't know, we don't have a Paris. Our Pokedex is so pathetic, it's kind of worth it just to catch something right now. Caught almost nothing. We managed to catch a Rhyhorn earlier. I was kind of looking at my computer screen. I'm pretty sure we caught it though. Alright, get out of here. So again, throwing a rock makes it more likely to run away, but easier to catch. And since we don't really care if it runs away or not, we'll just throw rocks at it all day until we catch it. What? I didn't think I'd caught a Paris. Did I catch a Paris earlier and wasn't paying attention? Now I don't know if I caught Rhyhorn. Well, let's throw some rocks at it. Doesn't seem like that should be too upsetting to a rock-type Pokemon, but... No, he didn't like that. Alternatively, you can just return to the exit of the Safari Zone to leave, but we don't have anywhere near enough steps to do that, so let's pop in here. I can't remember, I want to say someone in one of the buildings here gives you something aside from the surf, but I really can't remember. I know I skipped that one building earlier. How many steps you got? 13, okay. Alright. We're done with the Safari Zone. We got way more items than desired. You can't just press A on the trees in this game. I think Generation 2 you could start doing that, but you still have to actually go to your Pokemon and select Cut to cut down trees. Is there a second floor here? No, I think the warden is like in his house. Okay. Either way, let's go dump some items off in the bank. Because right now we have way too much stuff in our inventory. Good old Larry. Any of the TMs we see here we don't need. We don't need the card key. We still need the Poke Flute for the second Snorlax. Don't really need that Master Ball. Could be worthwhile to pick up a few Great Balls, but Pokeballs do fine. The Snorlax that I caught yesterday, I caught with a Pokeball. I can hang on to the 2 max potions we got, those are nice. Probably won't use them for a while, but either way we cleared up quite a bit of space. the Safari Zone Warden lives here. Oh yeah, this guy gives you strength. That's what he gives you, I think. There we go, okay. Which I believe we're going to teach to Clefable. Yes, we are. A lot of Pokemon can learn it. It's not that useful, but especially for Victory Road, we need one of our main Pokemon to know it. So, we'll get rid of Metronome. I know Metronome is useful, but it's a wild card, so want something a bit more reliable. Yay, rare candy. We use that pre-Elite Four. I figured you might say something. I know that that Metronome is good. It's just like, I don't want to use it on the Elite Four and then it end up being like Leer or something. Besides, Sing is actually going to be a little more useful right now for catching things like the Snorlax, or we don't need to catch the second Snorlax, but we probably will. Just to say we did. Although, I guess Snorlax kind of puts itself to sleep with rest. But that also heals it, so kind of better to be able to do it on your own terms. TM32, no, it's not something like that. Put these HMs in the box. We don't need to use them anymore since our end game Pokemon already know them now. And the rare candy goes in there because we're going to wait until the very last minute to use rare candies so that we get the most experience out of them. Alright, let's go beat Koga real quick, and then I wanted to end the stream with Koga. Let me check something. Alright, we'll save Koga. We're gonna go clear Route 16. Well, we're not necessarily gonna end the stream with Koga, but we'll see what time it is and how I'm feeling and how things are going. So we're gonna go back to Celadon City because it's better to start at the top than it is the bottom. Of the bicycle road, since it's all downhill, it's much faster to go downhill than uphill. So we're gonna start at the top, then we end at the bottom. Which unfortunately means backtracking all the way that we've actually gone tonight. This is where we started, is like right here. Alright, so this is gonna take us through Vermilion. Why is this guy looking the wrong way? Actually, no, we're not gonna go that way because we never fought the trainers that are east of Vermilion City, so if we went that way, we'd have to fight a bunch of trainers with low-level Pokemon and waste a bunch of time. So we're gonna go up north, pass through Saffron City to get to Celadon City. I think that's the best path to take without currently having Fly. We can't use Surf outside of battle until we beat Koga. That's not a problem. I'm trying to think. No, we're good. Okay, we're good. Sorry, getting turned around. Alright, we're in Lavender Town. And passing into Saffron City. And now we're in Celadon City, or actually, I think there's a small little area in between the two, but okay, now we're in Celadon City. Mart there. We've already gotten the moves we need out of there, and they all come from the roof, trading with a little boy or a little girl. I'm not actually sure that wants something to drink. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. You just give him or her some ice water and a soda, and then she gives you the 2 TMs that are actually useful. Alright, here's the second Snorlax, so once we defeat this, we can throw the other Poke Flute in the box, because we don't need it anymore. Alright. Snorlax 2. That's so weak. Alright, bring out Clefable to take this guy down. Not really sure why it's raising its special. I don't even think it knows an ability that does special damage. All normal type attacks are gonna be physical. I'm kind of afraid with Psychic that I would kill it. Oh wait, with it raising its special, it's actually raising its defense too. I'm thinking too advanced. Special is 1 stat with attack and defense here. Alright, I'm gonna try to put it to sleep. Nope. Otherwise, yep, there you go. Gonna put itself to sleep, but in the process gonna heal pretty much full. We'll try it. This might kill him, and if it does, it's not a big deal, but... Uh-oh, he woke up. No, fall back asleep. Okay. Now we can attempt to catch it. It has more health than I would like for it to. So, we might end up wasting a bunch of Pokeballs here, but... It's too risky to try to attack it again, really. At least with Clefable, I could throw... Of course, by the time all this happens now, he's probably just going to wake up and rest again, but... Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, that was the maximum number of turns that sleep can last, so yeah. Without him being asleep, the Pokeballs aren't even going to hit him. Not sure how a Pokeball would miss Snorlax. Alright, well, he just put himself to sleep. I think we should probably just go ahead and kill this. It's not really that important when I catch it anyway. Its defense stat is pretty high. It's been buffing up its special. You can include Snorlax in your team for endgame purposes, but I don't know. It learns a lot of physical type attacks that deal recoil, so that's kind of just something you have to deal with. But it does do quite a bit of damage, although it's more of a tank than a damage dealer. We're gonna give this one more shot. Not like one more ball, but one more attempt. If it like wakes up and rests, then that's gonna be it. Because I don't have any more Pokeballs, and frankly it doesn't really matter whether I catch this or not. Alright, there we go. We have both Snorlaxes. I'm actually gonna go heal up before we head into the next route. Just because, by the way, if you use Surf to cross over here and talk to that person, you get soft-boiled. The next route's gonna have a bunch of trainers. Sorry to finish the line of thought I was having there, or the train of thought. That person, if you talk to them, they give you the TMs for soft-boiled, which is a self-heal, but it's only usable by Chansey. So if you're gonna put Chansey on your team, it's pretty useful, given that she's so tanky. Has a pretty decent defense stat. I don't think her special is that great though, so really can't learn all that useful of moves. Because special attacks, the typings that are considered special in this game tend to be better than the ones that are physical. Oops. So a lot of trainers on this road. That's why this is sort of the other half of why I titled this stream Lots of Trainers. There are some hidden items in this area, including a rare candy and a patch of grass, but I don't remember exactly where it is, and really it would be nice to have, but it's not like crucial for beating the game, so I'm not going to worry about it. Haunter's going to have a chance to get a lot of experience after Koga because there's a lot of water trainers in the water south of Fuchsia, and then you go into a cave, which is where you find Articuno. I think once we get Fly, we could actually go back to the power plant and get Zapdos too, but I probably won't do that. Unless we want to make a special stream out of just catching the elite bird, or the legendary birds. Moltres isn't until Victory Road, and even then it's found almost at the very end of Victory Road, like right before you get to the Elite Four. But I don't know, maybe like post-game we can go back and catch the legendary birds, or even Mewtwo, I guess. But for now, the goal is to beat this game, then transfer the winning team onto Pokemon Stadium, and we can use them again in Pokemon Stadium for the N64. It's something that I've been bouncing around in my head for a while now, of like wanting to do, so I'm glad that I'm finally getting to do it. why. I thought there was something hidden over here. Damn it. I thought there was something hidden over in that little area, but I guess not. So we'll stick to Clefable. I don't really like Clefable soaking up all this experience, but with these being fighting types, I don't really have too many options right now. Once I get Fly, I can start to use Charizard, but he's also pretty high level. Really, who needs experience right now is Hitmonchan and Beedrill. Beedrill will have some opportunity to get a decent amount of experience once we go south of Fuchsia. With Mega Drain, kind of. I don't know. Mega Drain's pretty weak. But Mega Drain isn't going to be super effective against Tentacool because Tentacool is poison. But fortunately, that means Nidoking will be. Eventually, Hitmonchan will be decent against water types once he learns Thunder Punch. Yeah, let's let Charizard take care of this. It's nice being able to just avoid all the attacks that would potentially cause poison, especially when I had to accidentally throw out an antidote earlier. Alright, so like I said, a lot of trainers on this road too. I think there were probably more on the routes to the east of Fuchsia, but we still have quite a bit to deal with on the biker path here. Twitch is saying I'm offline again. Not sure what's up with that. Great, Clefable's 41. And that's not a bad thing. You know, it just kind of made it sound like it was a bad thing. It's just kind of taken off compared to the rest of the team right now. So we'll definitely put somebody else out to take care of these poison types. It's just Clefable is the only counter to fighting types that I have right now. Even though really Clefable is weak to fighting types, but take what you can get. Still saying I'm offline on Twitch. We'll just wipe out this entire trainer with Nidoking. I guess isn't back online now. Okay, well, Nidoking's 40. Go ahead and put out Charizard. He's still 39. It's in an effort to keep everyone balanced. Should keep switching them out. I think I'm missing something. Okay. It's not that. Yeah, I think I need to go up here. I could be wrong, but Yeah, you have to go through this building. That's right. Like, I was surprised that you found... It's funny, because they kind of try to hide Fly. I guess, really, you don't ever need Fly to beat this game. You could just travel by foot everywhere. It would just make the game a lot slower. Alright. Wait, what is happening? Why can Charizard not learn Fly? What? Is that a change in... a change to Pokemon Yellow? Give me just a second. That's kind of annoying if so. It's only in Yellow that Charizard can learn Fly. Well, this team was technically created for Yellow, but I didn't figure it was going to be an issue. That's fine. We'll just have to figure out another move to put into the 4th slot. In fact, we could just leave it as Slash. Although that is a normal type attack, it does have an elevated chance to cause critical hits. So it can still hit for a decent amount of damage. Let's heal up real quick before we move on. I'm trying to navigate and look at the TM list right now, so we can see if we can figure out a substitute. Well, we'll think on it, and I'll think on it, and by the time we come back for the next stream, we'll figured something out. Anyway, now that we have Fly, let me check something. Did I ever catch a Pidgey? I actually don't even think I have anything that can learn Fly at all right now. Nope. Unless Butterfree can. Which I highly doubt, but I guess I can give it a shot. Give me just a sec here. Oh, okay. I don't even have anything that can currently learn Fly, and that's fine. Eventually, I'll just have to go catch a Pidgey or something, because one of the TMs that I need is pretty far back. I guess from here it's not too far really, but that was just an unexpected hiccup in the run that Charizard couldn't learn Fly. But no matter. We'll throw it in the bank, and we'll throw the Poke Flute in the bank. Alright. It was a bit silly that in red and blue Charizard couldn't learn Fly. Alright, think about where I am on the map. I need to go to yeah, I'll go to Saffron, then go north, and I can just get to Celadon pretty quick. Because the TM that I'm currently looking for is north of Celadon City, which is where we fought Misty. I think there's a trade you can do in there. I don't remember which Pokemon it's for. Here we are. Alright, so this is Celadon City. You can drop your Pokemon off at the daycare people down there at the bottom of that hill. I'm actually going to pick up a few Pokeballs, because if I'm ever going to use Fly, I'll need a Pokemon that can learn it. Oops, went all around town looking for it. Let's go ahead and pick up 20, that way we shouldn't really ever need to buy any more of them. There are no Premier Balls, so you don't need to worry about buying in bulks of 10. Just adds a little travel time without having Fly, but fortunately having a decent idea of how to navigate the world, that shouldn't slow us down too much. Alright, so the TM that we're looking for is that one right there. If you pull that trainer out by interacting with him, like right here, you can go behind him without ever needing to use Cut, but since I wasn't paying attention, we sort of missed out on that opportunity. And now we have to do this. This is Seismic Toss, which is a fighting type attack that just deals damage equal to your level. The fact that it's fighting doesn't make any difference, since it can't be super effective, but it's still better than Rage. So I think Seismic Toss and Night Slash are going to be the two abilities that we know that are somewhat like that. We'll learn Flamethrower eventually. I'm just looking over the list here. Let's see what we have as options. There's Mega Kick. I think Mega Kick is considered normal though, not fighting. Of course that'd be redundant anyway. Not really, because it just said Seismic Toss doesn't really count, but... You look up TM5. There's the daycare right there. Alright. TM5, Mega Kick, Pokemon Blue. I want to say it's a normal type. Am I correct? Yes, it's normal. Okay. It's pretty low accuracy anyway. It'd be like teaching Charizard Fire Blast instead of Flamethrower. You lose some of the reliability for a chance to deal extra damage. Well, I don't know. I guess off-stream I'll think about what I want to go in that 4 slot. Otherwise we're going to end up taking up a few minutes just kind of looking at charts. Hey Oatmeal! Welcome back! We're quite a bit further in the game. We are pretty, like right now we could take on Koga, but we're gonna go battle some trainers because we're trying to catch up Hitmonchan and Beedrill. We have our whole team now. Yeah, this area you automatically move down, so I might end up missing some of the trainers, and that's fine. We're just gonna try to get the ones we get. But as it turns out, Fly can't be learned by Charizard in red and blue. It can only be learned in yellow. So we're going to have to operate throughout the rest of the game without Fly. Bit of a downer because I was hoping to have Charizard learn a flying type move, but oh well. All things considered, things aren't going too bad at all. In terms of the run, everything's going great. How you doing, Oatmeal? Yeah, it's a bit disappointing when I just got fly and I was not learnable by anyone in my party. But it's okay. We're gonna find a way out of it. I just have to figure out what the best alternative to learning fly is for Charizard, because the team is set. We just need to fill that slot. And I don't have anything against keeping it a slash right now. It is normal type, but it has a high critical strike or critical hit chance, so it has a chance of dealing a decent amount of damage, particularly to Pokemon that are high in special and not defense. I look at these guys and all I want to do is fly. So it'd be critical, or it'd be super effective. It's okay. Nice. It's nice to get off work, get to unwind, especially when you can watch some Pokemon. Yeah, glad to hear things are going well though. Just gonna be making our way south. Without fly, I don't know why. That's really. It hasn't thrown off the run at all. It just thrown me off like in my head because I was like, oh, I'm gonna level up Charizard here, but that's not gonna happen. Pokemon's the best. Okay. Koga is going to give us Toxic, which we're going to teach to Beedrill. Probably never get used, but I don't think it learns anything better, so... Kind of funny, Charizard's weakest attack is his fire-type attack right now. Ember is so low in power. And there is Fire Blast, which deals a lot of damage but has low accuracy, so we're just going to wait until he learns Flamethrower, which should be coming up before too long. I want to say he learns it in the 40s. Alright, there is an item somewhere in here. Like, right along this path here, there is an item on the ground that you have to stop to be able to pick up, but I don't have a map in front of me, and I don't remember at all where it is. Now we're gonna go uphill. I kind of chose the wrong path by going down the middle. The trainers are on the left and right sides. Probably just use Slash, honestly. I think, yeah, we're just going to, yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. Like right now, the Surfer, the only person who can learn Surf on my team is Nidoking. Not Clefable, or, well, I don't know. I mean, I guess Clefable's not that much more logical than anyone else, but Nidoking just seems so unreasonable. Yeah, Rattata. I guess they just expected Rattata to be an HM mule, you know, like can he learn Cut? I know he can in the new games. I don't know if he can back in. I don't know. But, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'm glad for Yellow they at least changed it and made it so he could learn Fly, but... surprising. I think in one of my other teams, we include Dragonite as unreasonable of a Pokemon that is to catch. Or, well, to get a Dratini and then level it up to a Dragonite. And I'm pretty sure Dragonite can learn Fly. Although I could be wrong there too, because, please, when I was a kid, I definitely never raised a Dragonite. I didn't have time for that. Rather, I didn't even have the attention span for it. Alright, so we're going to go on the right side over here, because there are a few more trainers. Yep. It is weak to water because it's ground type, but yeah, it can learn surf. Because that's who's gonna be our surfer throughout this run. Okay, see ya, Voltorb. It's like when you're battling Voltorb with the Haunter. You use a self-destruct and it's just like, see ya then. Nice, that worked out well. Didn't even get the chance to react. I'm not even holding down, like I said, you automatically go down now. Yep, some of the HM placements were strange in this game, but I don't know. We found some other errors like Karate Chop being normal type and things like that. I think there were just a few things that they let slip, but they corrected them in the future games, I feel like. Even by Generation 2, a lot of little errors like that were gone. Ghost was super effective against Psychic as it was originally intended to be, for instance. Just think back to the TV show. Ash had to go catch a Haunter to fight Sabrina, but in this game, if you throw Haunter out against Sabrina, you're gonna get destroyed. Haunter's poison type, so all it's gotta do is Psychic type attack, and there's no way a Gengar or a Haunter are gonna be able to stand up against that. Alakazam is so very overpowered in this game. Alright, 41. Really, there's no reason why Charizard should be soloing all this stuff. He just happened to be the first Pokemon in my party. Put the Haunter out to fight some of these. None of their attacks are going to be able to affect him anyway. Another trainer down. Yeah, Haunter's definitely gonna have a time to shine after Koga. Using Thunderbolt on everything. Now I can't remember where the trainers are. Okay, we're pretty much at the bottom of the hill now. There's a few more trainers, but then we're gonna head back into Fuchsia. We already did the Safari Zone at this point, so we're going to head back into Fuchsia once we sort of clear out this route and take on Koga. And that's our goal for tonight. That'll bring us to 6 badges. Now when we come back again, the goal will be to get the Blaine. Then it'll be good old Giovanni. Although there's not really much travel between Blaine and Giovanni. I think we can probably throw in Giovanni and Victory Road together. I need to move Charizard. If I leave him up front, he's going to be getting way too much experience because he's just destroying all this stuff. Pretty straightforward stuff here. I don't know why. I never like getting into random trainer encounters when they have like 4 or more Pokemon. It feels like, I mean obviously it's going to take longer because they have more Pokemon, but it just feels like it takes too long. Like if they have 4, 5, or 6 Pokemon, I expect them to be like a gym leader. And can you imagine if they made a Pokemon game where it was like realistic. Every trainer has 6 Pokemon and they're all challenging. It'd take forever to beat it. I can't imagine that there isn't a ROM hack already out there where someone has done something like that, like an extra challenge mode sort of game. It would be cool to be on the design team of a Pokemon game. That'd be awesome. Just have a little bit more of the route to check out to make sure we're not missing anybody, and then we'll continue on to Koga. We're about, well, Twitch says I'm offline, so I can't look exactly at how much, but we're a little over 2 hours into the stream at this point. Yep, okay, we definitely already cleared down to there, so this would be all the trainers. And then we're gonna hit the bottom of the hill, like, right over here. Okay, and done. Okay. So that's all the route. There might be one more trainer. I know you can fish here and catch Shelder. In the case that you can never find one. It's I think you can only like catch it fishing there, or at least in yellow. I don't know. Now I'm beginning to think that all my ideas of where Pokemon appear are based on yellow and not red and blue, but that is the one I played most recently. Actually, that's not true. I beat yellow on my 3DS, and then I beat red. Whatever. So we're like right outside of Fuchsia City, but there are a few trainers over here that we might as well take on. Alright, well let's let... Oh, what's my favorite Pokemon? You haven't asked that. Let's see, I don't know, that's tough. Because of all generations... All generations, it's probably... Crocodile. And I also like Luxray a lot, I like Charizard a lot. I don't know, I'd say if I was going to pick a top 3, those would be my top 3. So for Generation 1, Charizard. I wish they had made him Dragon-type, but I kind of understand why they didn't. I mean, they do now if you use one of the Mega Stones, but they couldn't have made Charizard Dragon-type because Dragon-type was so incredibly overpowered in Generation 1. It made sense that, like, Dratini essentially was the only Dragon line. Since it's like, electric isn't very effective, water isn't very effective, grass or fire aren't very effective. And there was no counter to that. Well, I guess ice, but I mean, there really aren't that many ice-type Pokemon. How about you? What's your favorite Pokemon? Haunter? Nice. Well, hey, we got the team right here. We got Haunter and Charizard. I forgot to give this one a nickname. That's okay. Doesn't matter. Level 38. Does he learn? Dream Eater. There we go. Now he's really in the game. Alright, we'll get rid of Confuse Ray. So now we've got Hypnosis and Dream Eater. Most overpowered combo in all of Generation 1. I say we use it on Spearow here just to give it a test run. A nice Hypnosis hit on first attempt. Got him. Man, Dream Eater is so powerful, plus you get the heal as a result. I mean... Because you think of like Mega Drain, and it's like, yeah, it heals, but hardly anything. because it hardly dealt any damage to begin with. I need to correct this. Hitmonchan needs to be at the front of the party. Oh no, Haunter definitely looks way cooler than Gengar. That much has always been true. I like that Haunter looks more like, like he's got more spikes on him, so I guess that's one thing, but he looks like if I was going to run into a Gengar and run into a Haunter in the wild in real life, I would be more afraid of the Haunter than the Gengar. That seems backwards to me. It seems like a Pokemon should get like scarier as it evolves almost. Especially if it's going to be a ghost type. Actually, you probably... yeah, we don't need this. Ah, that's not what I meant to do, actually. I meant to put Hitmonchan up front. We need him soaking up experience. Haunter is fine, and he's going to definitely get a boost once we start surfing towards Cinnabar anyway, so let's make sure we get Hitmonchan up front. I saw the H and I wasn't thinking, I was just like, Hitmonchan. Yep, agreed. I think that's, to me, that's partly what makes him cooler. I don't know, also, I like that Haunter doesn't have teeth. He's got like, you know, sort of jagged jack-o'-lantern looking mouth almost, whereas Gengar has teeth. I think that also makes him less scary and less cool looking. Alright, the gimmick of this gym is that there's a bunch of invisible walls. I don't remember anything about the layout. Oh, you can see them. Are you kidding me? Those aren't invisible walls. Was it always this easy to see on the Game Boy? Because I can definitely see all the lines there. Alright, this is Koga's gym. So we're going to be dealing with Psychic and Poison types, mostly Poison types. But there are a few annoyances like this Drowsy here. It was always that easy to see the lines? Oh, for some reason I remembered it being harder. Oh man, it's so nasty. Those Psychic attacks just... Ugh, Confusion isn't even considered to be one of the highest damaging Psychic attacks, and it just hits so hard. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know, for some reason when I played it on the 3DS last, I don't remember it being that easy, but I guess I wasn't paying attention. Now I know. Yeah, see, this is the problem with Beedrill. I put him in there to counter Psychic-type Pokemon, but he can't stand up to most Psychic-type Pokemon because he's too slow. Psybeam and Psychic are gonna be pains. Psywave is a joke, though. So we're gonna have to heal up. Which Pokemon do I think is the worst? Of all generations, my least favorite Pokemon is Bidoof, which I think is like Generation 4. Bibarel's pretty terrible too, which is its evolved form. I also don't like Watchog from Generation 5. Tangela's pretty bad. Licky Tongue is pretty bad. I don't know. There's quite a few that I'm just like... well, I guess Licky Tongue isn't bad. But when they gave Lickitung an evolved form in Generation 4 known as Licky Licky, that started to make me think, like, what? you thinking there? That's a little strange. Some more psychic types. Looking forward to when we get to the poison types. Because then we can actually start using Hitmonchan since he knows a fire type attack. Granted, it's not all that powerful, but at least give him some action. I want to put out Nidoking too, but I can't do that because if they use a psychic type attack, Nidoking's special stat is okay, not great, so it would probably still destroy him since he's poison type. Charizard's just kind of safe because with Dig I can help avoid the overpowered psychic attacks. The guy in the left there kind of looks like a tennis player. Looks like he's got a little visor on. This doesn't make any sense. We're the poison type. I guess he knew poison was bad. He wanted to surround himself with overpowered psychic types. I'll just leave out Beedrill to take out some of these slow psychic types. Because Drowsy and Hypno aren't fast. Kadabra and Alakazam are the problem. Oh, yeah, Klefki. Yeah, there were some interesting additions to the Pokemon lineup, especially once you get to Generation 6, which is where Klefki would have appeared. That would be X and Y, so when Fairy type became a thing. Now, in Generation 5, you've got Vanillite, Vanillux, or what, the little ice cream cone that becomes a double scoop and then a triple scoop or whatever. Or a double cone triple scoop. Speaking of some of the newer games, on Amazon, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, last I looked, were closer to 30 than they are 40 for pre-orders. I don't know if that's Prime only or what, but they were slightly cheaper than retail value last I looked. And Twitch still says I'm offline. It's been like this for like 20 minutes now. It just says that I'm offline on my dashboard. Yeah. Oh, no worries. I mean, at this point, I like the newest generation, I don't remember the names of the Pokemon. The only reason I like remember like Generation 5 and 6 and stuff is because I played them a lot like when they came out. But like Generation 4 was tough for me to get caught up on because it took me like 2 years after it came out before I actually got around to playing it, so... And I still blank on a lot of their names, because there's, what, 800 some now, I think? But, yeah, I don't know. Another funny one that I think, when I think of, you know, like the ice cream cone and stuff like that. one of the ones that I like with Generation 5, the ice cream cone and stuff, was Trubbish and Garbodor, the trash bag Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know if Twitch is liking me. It seems like they don't like me too much, marking me as offline. Oh, it's weird because I can tell I'm still live on here, but when I look at my stats, it says I'm offline. Just, I don't know, it's strange. Because the stats are useful for me to have pulled up because they allow me to, see number of viewers, my bit rate, that sort of thing, but... One more level, Hitmonchan is going to learn another decent move. Yeah, he's the best. Trubbish. It's like the better version of Grimer. Like, Grimer's the actual trash, but Trubbish is if they, like, bagged it up. Sandslash is a cool one, and I really like how in Sun and Moon they made the ice form of Sandslash. I think he looks even cooler. Articuno's cool too. I don't know why. I've never been one to use legendaries in teams because they have like too high of stats, so I felt like it was unfair. Not that the game's pulling any punches, but still. In Mew, I have to this day I've never caught a Mew in Generation 1. I've gotten them from distribution events and later generations and things like that. Technically, the only legitimate way to get a Mew in Generation 1 was that they had distribution events, like at the Pokemon trading card game, like tournaments and stuff like that, and they would trade one to you, and they would give you a certificate that verifies that it's real. I know there's the trick in this game where you can encounter a certain wild Pokemon, then you get... Oh, come on. One hit. You get noticed by a trainer. It manipulates, like... It manipulates the value that calculates which Pokemon you're going to encounter next. I don't know exactly how it works, but... And then you go into a certain patch of grass, and you end up getting Mew. But that's not technically the legitimate way to catch one, but it is a way to catch one. At this point, there's videos up all over of how to do it. I just haven't done it. I don't know. Maybe next run we can get Mew on our team. That would be cool. Go all legendaries, even though technically speaking there would only be 5 legendaries, and you could only catch 2 of them. Well, 1 of them once the game is over. Because you've got the 3 legendary birds and Mewtwo. By the time Generation 4 rolled around, you're looking at like... I think Generation 4 had like 20 or over 20 legendaries. It's ridiculous. Right, yeah, exactly. Of course, there's also the trick in this game. I did do this one as a kid, was out on Cinnabar Island, if you surf up and down the coast, there was a way that you could multiply items, and sometimes you'd get attacked by Missing No, and other times you'd get attacked by, like, the garbage text Pokemon that didn't have a name, because it's just like a bug, and whenever item is in, like, the last slot of your inventory, it gets multiplied by 99, so you could do that to, like, make a bunch of rare candies. That one was relatively simple in terms of how tricks go. There were some steps to it, and I don't remember them, but as a kid I did do that. And I caught the Missing No and busted my red version. I think if I restart it, it'll work again, but in the current save file, there's like NPCs on the roofs of buildings and stuff. You can't access some of the content in the game, so I would not advise catching Missing No or the garbage text Pokemon. Alright, we've defeated all the trainers in here. I'm gonna save right here, and I'm gonna leave Hitmonchan up front. Poison and sleep techniques. Okay, cool. I'll definitely restart it. I was thinking of playing my red cartridge on stream at some point too. This is a blue cartridge that I picked up some time ago. I don't know, at some local game store. I don't even remember which one. But okay, it's good to know that just restarting the game will get it to fix. I was afraid that it caused permanent sort of mess up on your cartridge, but it's relieving to hear that that's not the case. Come on. This is our final goal for the night, by the way, taking on Koga. So once we defeat him, we're going to start to head a little bit south, and that will do it for tonight. But we still got the rest of this gym battle to go. I don't foresee too many problems. Poison is something to deal with, but it's not particularly challenging. After Sabrina, I would think that Koga would have been a bit more difficult, but I mean, I guess I shouldn't be complaining that one of the gym leaders is kind of a respite. Although, I don't remember Blaine being particularly difficult either. Clefable's now slightly ahead of the rest of the group. Alright, put Nidoking out, that's fine. 2 Coughings and a Muck so far. This is not the making of a gym leader. I think Venomoth is the last one. No? He doesn't have Venomoth? What is this? On the TV show he's got like a Venonat and a Venomoth, doesn't he? I think in Yellow he has something more similar to the TV show too. I think that's kind of the point. I think they tried to make Yellow have a bit more influence from the TV show, since at that point that was so popular. Get a Pikachu follow you around and stuff. Alright, well, we just kind of mop the floor with Koga. Now, typically when people ask me who my favorite gym leader is in Generation 1, I say Koga, but I'm beginning to doubt my judgment here after that. Alright, I think we can use Surf. Oh yeah, I forgot. When you get your badges, you just get general stat increases too, which is kind of nice. Alright, TM6 is Toxic. Yeah, it's kind of neat to see in Generation 2 that they included the 2 Elite Fours that you could battle. Or at least the fact that you can get 16 gym badges. It's neat that Koga is one of the Elite Four, and then characters like Bruno, who was in the Elite Four in Generation 1, was also in Generation 2, so that was kind of neat. Alright, we're going to teach Toxic to Beedrill. This is part of the preset team set that I had made. And we're going to get rid of Poison Sting. Because Toxic only poisons, and it has a 90 accuracy, which makes it better than Poison Sting, which has a relatively low chance to actually poison and deals no damage pretty much in the process, so... I'm excited. Later this year, I think it's in September, Generation 2 is coming to the Virtual Console on the 3DS. So you'll be able to play Generation 1 and 2. By getting them on the eShop. We'll fight these two trainers, just so we're pretty much ready to dive in. I don't know why. Tentacle, to me, is like Zubat. It's poison type, so it's always that off chance it's going to poison you, and it's all over the place when you're swimming around. There we go, now we'll get a decent move. Yeah, I mean, when you beat the game, I don't remember it being overtly obvious that there were more badges to get over in Kanto. It was kind of like, oh hey, so you beat the game, wanna keep playing? It's like at your beginning town, you like swim to the east or something. I don't remember. Like take a boat. I think you take a boat, because then you go to Vermilion City. But yeah, it like, I don't think they made it overly obvious that that was even a feature in the game. But I thought it was really cool. It's the only generation where they've done that. Yeah, it would be pretty sweet. I'm waiting for the day, and I know it's not worth waiting for because it's probably never going to come. I'm waiting for the day when they make a Pokemon game that has all the regions in it, and you can go to all of them, and each of them takes 20 hours to beat, you know? Hopefully maybe we'll see that for the Switch, who knows? That would be cool though. You could like take a boat, make it free world, drive around Grand Theft Auto style with your boat, look for Pokemon. I know I'm dreaming too big here, there's no way this would ever happen, but... Oh, is your battery dead? I know in some of the older games having a dead battery can affect your ability to save. But by the time it got to Ruby and Sapphire, it only affected your ability to do like features of the game that required it to be a certain time of day. You could still save, but I think in Gold and Silver it created an issue. Yeah, having a dead battery sucks. But there are some places that offer services to replace them, and I don't think it's too expensive. And my brother actually found a video the other day, sort of an at-home replacing your battery. It's just I would be too nervous to do it, I think. I wouldn't want to mess up the game like permanently in the process. But yeah, I don't know. One day I'm really hoping for a Pokemon game that allows you to like travel between all the different regions. I feel like that'd be hugely popular, because at the end of the game you could like you could just like hang out in whatever region you like best and find different activities to do. That'd be really fun. Oh, nice. Yeah, getting it fixed for like $5 isn't too bad. Isn't too bad at all. There used to be a place where we're from that did that, but I think now they only do it for games, like for cartridges that they themselves sell. I don't really know what the reasoning is behind that, but a lot less convenient for us who, you know, would like to get batteries replaced. But that's going to do it for me tonight. We streamed for 2 hours and 32 minutes according to OBS, since I don't have any statistics on Twitch itself. But thanks for tuning in. Retroverse, Frosty Sloth, and Oatmeal55. It was a lot of fun. I'll be back later in the week, either tomorrow or maybe Thursday. We'll see. I know Retroverse is streaming tomorrow night. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. We did Koga tonight. Next stream we're going to do Blaine. So, yeah, thanks guys, and I will catch you later. Have a nice night.